And I see that there's, for those who have come here for the first time, have a look on the chats, because some people are writing in there where they're actually zooming in from. So we've got somebody from Berlin. So if you are, well, there we go, from the UK, right where you're from. And I think this is a very important one to have a look at, because it really shows we're an international community. I'm coming to you from Langebaan in the Western Cape in South Africa. And Petra, where are you now? You're in Gauteng, right?
Still in Gauteng, Tim. Still in Gauteng.
That's fine. Somebody's got to be.
South Africa.
There we go. So yes, global. There we go. Portugal, Hoedspruit, Colorado. Wow, Namibia. There we go. So that gives a very good indication for all the new people that, that really this is not. Although the presenters are maybe South African, and a lot of us are. This is international. This is worldwide. So
awesome.
if you're wherever you're coming from, if you're coming from Cyprus, I hope you forgive our accents and understand what we speak about this evening. But we'll also show you right at the end the international community presentations, because they are in multiple different languages as well. So what I think we'd like to do, Petra, should we get cracking straight on? We've got a new presentation, a bit of a change. Yeah?
I am just trying to close the chat while we do the presentation. Do you know how to do that, Tim? Because I've just...
I don't. I'm used to somebody else controlling it. So, well, while you try and figure that one out.
Okay, yeah, I've got it. I got it.
Have you got it? Fantastic. There we go. So there's two of us. There's two of us driving this, so if one suddenly loses internet, then the other will just carry on. And what we've got in store for you this evening is a very interesting overview. It's going to be about a 30 minutes overview into a whole new style of economy. And it was very new to me when I was introduced to it just around a year ago, actually. And have learned so much. I thought I'd already understood quite a lot, but well, there's always shows that there's more out there in the world and the economies than what you may believe. So we're doing a 30 minutes. Then at the end, we're going to actually share some testimonials, perhaps only one. It's a new platform, a new Telegram group, just to give people more of an idea of what's really going on out there with the people that are active in what Petra and I are going to share with you this evening. So I'm going to just introduce you to Petra Laranja. She's going to start off and then also close. Now, I've had the privilege of meeting Petra once in real size person, which was absolutely amazing.
That's an exaggeration when you're saying real size. Thanks, but...
In heart and spirit and mind, you are, anyway, you're not this. And and the person that you see and you receive over the Zoom is exactly who she is now. Petra is a businesswoman in her own right. She's actually a published author, and she has a non-profit that perhaps she might just hint a little bit about. Her non-profit is 1365, and that is all about helping people just do one thing different every single day. It's all about her mind, her mindset. She's a coach. She's a very spiritual person. She's out there. She is who she is, and married. A couple of fur kids running around as well. That's her passion, is animals, as well as just helping other people. So her knowledge and background and experience in what she's sharing is exactly why she's here this evening, is because she's passionate about it, very successful about it, knows what to do, and is here to share from her perspective. So you're going to hear from me a bit later. For now, I'm going to hand you over to Petra. Oh, what? You're muted. Now, don't ask me to do these things. Where are we? I got to now find Petra. Have you? Oh dear. Okay, bear with us, please. Technical challenge here. Let me see. There's Petra. Asked to unmute.
Thanks, Tim.
I made
you host. I muted myself because I needed to cough, and then realized that I couldn't unmute myself again.
All right. While you gather yourself, I'm going to bring up the presentation, so you carry on.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Yes, always such a treat and such an honor to be sharing the stage, this proverbial screen with Tim. We've co-hosted a few times. So, you know, if anyone hasn't met Tim yet, and for all of you that have, I'm sure that you'll agree with me and be nodding furiously when you say, or, you know, when we speak about how passionate he is about people upliftment. So Tim, also a businessman for many, many years, came from the hospitality industry, worked in the personal development space, which is where him and I share so much in common in terms of personal growth, values, you know, leadership, etc. So Tim had a phenomenal business, worked for his own business and in many, and then has been wonderfully unemployable for the last few years. So him and his wife and 4 kids, again, something else we have in common, have been digital nomads. So at the moment in Langebaan, and they've just been living their hashtag best lives, just hopping into their camper vans, I guess, as you would say in the States, or their combis in South Africa, and just traveling through South Africa and visiting all the beautiful places. So I was going to say, I can't wait for you to visit beautiful Johannesburg, but let me not diss Joburg, and come visit soon, Tim. We all need to see you here again. So come visit, come visit. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much. If you are here tonight with us, thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. Thank you for honoring the person that invited you to Gift of Legacy. So you are here by invitation only, and probably because the person that invited you, either or all of the above, truly cares about you and has a vested interest in being part of, you know, you living an extraordinary and fulfilled life where you are actively living according to your highest dreams and hopes and desires, and your desire to impact those around you as well. Or maybe they've just met you, but they get a sense that you are one of us, that you're like-hearted, like-minded, and that you want to change your life and impact the lives of others. So the name itself, Gift of Legacy. Personally, I love those words, and especially together. In my business and personal development, I speak about, and in the nonprofit, thank you, Tim, Just One Thing 365, I speak about creating a legacy of impact so that you can change your life and impact others. So thank you for joining us. So an introduction as to who is Gift of Legacy, who are we? So we're a gifting activity. If you've never heard of gifting activities before, don't worry. I never had until beginning of last year. So this was all new language for me. So can I invite you just to sit back and relax for the next 30 minutes with us? Have an open mind, because if this is a first for you, this is a new language. This is a new concept. It's nothing like other things that we'd heard of before or been involved in. So I really encourage you to just join us with the excitement that your friend invited you to come here. So well-kept secret to many of us, but something that has changed the lives of millions across the world for decades and for generations. So if you're ready, let us begin. All right, so just so you know, please, is that this presentation is for information sharing only. It's not to be construed as financial advice. Neither Tim nor myself nor Gift of Legacy or any of the presenters are registered financial or tax advisors. And we're merely sharing from our experience so far on this journey and what you can expect if you decide to join us on this beautiful journey of abundance as well. So who is it for? So I've already hinted that, you know, there is a community of like-hearted and like-minded individuals on here, which is personally what I've really come to love. So besides the, yes, of course, the financial abundance, the community of relationships and friendships that we have formed here, and people from across the world, as Tim pointed out earlier. But the main thing here is that we share values. We share a value system and principles of sowing and reaping, you know, of wanting to change our lives. So we do what we have to do in order to change our lives. We can see the rewards, reap the benefits. Maybe if you believe in giving and receiving, I personally know everyone I've been in contact with here is a giver, natural giver, that whether it's to your family, to others, you know, and blessing others that you don't know perhaps. So if that comes naturally to you, you know, maybe now is the time that you need to take control of your own life, that you need to put on that oxygen mask on, like we do when we're on planes. I'm flying to see my dad for his birthday in a week's time, and I'll get that demonstrations, put my oxygen mask on. And it's become such a reminder to me that as much as I love giving and through a nonprofit space, there are loads of nonprofits on here and churches and missionary groups. So you'll all know what I'm speaking about. But maybe now is the time to take control of your life so you can keep giving from a place of abundance, and grow your impact from there. And if you enjoy helping others succeed, then you are absolutely in the right place, because that's what we're all about. And it will make a bit more sense to you as we go. So let's get going onto describing this a little bit more. So what is Gift of Legacy? So as we mentioned, it is a gifting community, a gifting activity that absolutely has changed my life in so many ways. Again, yes, financially, and the connections, the relationships, and the personal growth as well. And it's helped me personally help others that I care about. So just overall, this is a global gifting activity, as you would have seen earlier. We've got calls that are hosted in multiple languages across the world, Spanish, Italian, soon to be Russian, I think, Asian as well. Not too sure which of the dialects, German, so there's a whole lot more coming. So we're in this together as a global community. Our precursor program blessed over 700,000 people in the community. We all enjoyed gifting and receiving, so we have now migrated on this gorgeous platform, which we're really excited to be here. And then peer-to-peer. So I really want to keep this in mind, and Tim is great at reminding you of this as well. So unlike other platforms, which you may have heard of before or even been part of, I was, those good old, can we say it, MLM, multi-level marketing businesses I've been part of before. And look, there's some great brands and businesses, but for me, it never stuck, it never resonated, because there was a product to sell or something to push, or having to convince my friends to do something or part with their money so I could make money off them. This is different. This is a gift that goes from me to you, and you to maybe the person that is on the left of your screen right now. So this is between you and I. There is no third party. Gift of Legacy is not a business. We're not a platform. We're not brokers. So your gifts do not go onto a platform for someone to hold. And then one day when someone decides they've had enough, they up and leave, and there goes all your money. I'm sure you've maybe experienced similar or know of someone that has. So when I was introduced to our precursor program, this is one thing that made me feel really at peace, is that it's peer-to-peer. So you and I will be chatting directly, for example, and no one else. So the reason for this, for the platform, for the website that Gift of Legacy is hosted on, as a decentralized platform, the only reason the website exists is to connect all of us. So through our cell phone numbers or our email addresses, that's the only information that we input. The system connects us peer-to-peer and says, hey, this is your person, Petra, congratulations, you are gifting Tim. Here are his details, get hold of him, and then we'll chat directly. So that's the only reason that this is on a system. And inspired by sacred economy, which has been around for generations, blessing people into abundance, blessing millions of people into abundance, and sharing the wealth into the hands of many, as opposed to keeping it in the hands of a select few. And then perpetual is another one that I love. So my personal favorites is peer-to-peer, decentralized, and perpetual, because perpetual means that as long as you stay within the community, you have the opportunity to keep gifting and blessing others, and in turn to keep receiving and being blessed. So for your oxygen mask to stay on while you keep helping others as well. And how does it get better than that? Perpetually, of course, is that you can leave this in your will. So one day when your body is no longer on this planet, on this earth with us, your gift can keep changing the lives of others. So leave this in your will, whether it's for family, for friends, for a cause, a nonprofit that you believe in that's close to your heart. I personally absolutely love that as well. So much adoration for this. So when you can see all these beautiful gifts in front of you, and that's what this is all about, is, we are more than just a gifting activity. The excitement is there and the joy is there. But we first and foremost help each other grow. As we succeed and we help those around us and support those around us as well. And in essence, really what it is that you gift from your heart. You gift an unconditional gift to someone else in the community, and Tim will share a little bit more about that. And then you share the love with people you care about. Just like someone's invited you here. I've shared the love with so many people, not because I have to, because I only need to share it with 2 people that I love. But I've shared it with so many because I can't not. Once you understand, once it drops into your heart, you'll want to share it as well. And then you guide your team. All that means is that because I've, invited you to join me on this beautiful journey of abundance, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to help you get the most out of it as well. And then as I become the legend and I start receiving, and these are all terms that Tim's going to beautifully illustrate. No pressure, Tim. Such a sterling job. When you become the legend, is your turn to receive abundantly so that you can build your legacy of impact, so that you can change your life and impact others. Tim and myself always speak about, if this is just about the money for you, which it can be, but the community itself, the more you spend time with us, the more you literally just check in and chill with us and meet us in person and meet us online all the time, you'll realize that this is more than just about the money, because we are here to make a difference in the world. We're a community with the same goal, and that we want to change lives. And these aren't just pretty words that we've put together. This is something that I personally deeply align with, and it's one of my deep core values. And that's why it's so easy for myself, and I know for Tim, to be sharing this with you, because we are just volunteers sharing these presentations with you. Like we said, we aren't from a company, a broker, an institution. We're just giving our time because we want to help you and as many people live fulfilled lives of impact. So thank you. Tim, off to you. Tim's going to share the nuts and the bolts and the hows, and this is really exciting. So have fun. I'm going to keep quiet now. And Tim, over to you.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Petra. Yes, so you've covered the why, and the why in our world of personal development and people growth is the most critical. Why would you do this? So for the people who have got that analytical brain, perhaps the business-minded person, very much like me, I want to know, okay, that's enough of the fluff, that's enough of all that. What do we actually need to do? And that's very much what I'm going to cover with you now. Before I do this, I'm going to ask a question. Why are Januaries always so expensive? Am I the only one who finds that suddenly a January, which typically for those who are in a salary-based income bracket, when you've got paid towards the end of December, it's all gone by the middle of January. You don't have anything, but these other expenses just seem to just rock up. Well, it's no different for me. I'm maybe happily unemployable and traveling, but I still need to earn income. And as we left Cape Town to start our journey in 2022, our beloved van broke down twice. So those expenses, suddenly you look at this and you go, whoa. Now, typically what the mindset is, then we say, well, where are we going to cut back on something in order to be able to get through a very expensive month with these unexpected bills coming in? And when you're traveling and you're living, well, we don't live in the van, but that's how we get around everywhere, and we need it. Otherwise we get stuck. We can't get from place to place. I've got to pay those bills. But here's a different mindset. Not how can I do this within the budget? The mindset is now, how can I get additional cash flow? And that's one of the key things that Gift of Legacy is providing for me, is additional cash flow. So how do you start? Well, when we begin, there's $100 once-off gift that you're going to enter, that you're going to give somebody to get access to the perpetual system. It's the only time that you'll ever take money out of your pocket is once off $100, and that's all. It's pure peer-to-peer, which is exactly what Petra has so well explained to you. And that to me was a golden nugget. As Petra's already alluded, she's been part of other platforms online before, as have I. And about a year ago, just over a year ago, I was pretty much financially wiped out. So perhaps you've experienced financial loss with being in an online platform. Completely legal, legitimate, 100% operational, but it just did not go. And a business partner last year ran away with 90% of my wealth. So here I was, had to start again. And wow, that opened my eyes. So when I heard that this was peer-to-peer, and all gifts are given directly from person to person. In fact, Gift of Legacy, the platform, makes no money, zero. The people that have put this together have funded it directly from themselves personally. So that in itself is a huge gift. It is absolutely powerful. Now, there's two things everybody's required to do in order for this to work. The first is $100. And the second, I'm going to share with you just now. So hold on. So how do we transfer the money? Because remember, we're talking international. You've seen that already. Wise. I had to learn how to use Wise. I didn't know it existed, but I was advised this is a very good way that you can actually send money throughout the world in multiple different currencies. So I learned about it. Another one is World Remit. I think in America, this is quite large. Revolut, bank transfers if you're in your own country, yes, but internationally, no. And the other one, which is my huge passion, is cryptocurrencies. That's completely decentralized, and thank you very much. So as you're getting gifted larger amounts, you perhaps want to learn some new skills in how to actually move these funds easily and securely. Where there's no middleman, there's no third party involved, you're directly in control. So I'm going to take you through the structure very quickly. Now, this may seem a little bit Greek to you and foreign, and you're going, I don't really get this. You might have to watch this a few times. So please do ask the person that invited you for a copy of this recording or one of the other presenters and go through this to just understand it. And here's one thing I also knew when I very first saw this just about a year ago. I didn't get it. I left the results. The why for me was key. I figured the only way I'm going to find out how this truly works and that it is working is to become involved. So I got started and I learned as I go along. So over the next couple of slides, we're going to be following you. You're going to join a board. You're going to share it. And that's the second thing, is you're going to share with like-minded people. Petra's told you that already. And you're going to work your way through 4 different boards: $100, $400, $1,600, and $5,000. You're going to transfer yourself on each of these boards. You're going to move through a process of 4 different levels. I'll explain that to you now. There's some big numbers which I'm going to throw around with you, like $42,700 and $49,700, which is around 700,000 Rand. Whatever country you're in the world, that's a lot of money. But I don't want to get caught on those big numbers. Let's just start at the beginning. Grow our minds to understanding that it's okay and possible to accept gifts of $1,600. And then once your mind is expanded and your world of financial abundance is expanding, so you'll be able to accept 49,700 continuously. This is a journey which is powerful. So what a board looks like. Very quickly on here, you'll see that there's a gifter, builder, guide, and then a legend. Everybody starts off at the gifter and progresses through the legend. I'm going to show you how it works. Now on the first board, called the bronze board, you enter with $100. That $100 you will gift directly to the legend. And the computer system takes care of that. You say, how do I get hold of them? The computer system tells you who they are, and you communicate directly with each other. You enter for $100. Now, once you become a legend, you're actually going to exit with $800. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, those returns I like. I'm a business-minded guy. Now, this isn't a business. This isn't network marketing or MLMs. However, provide or apply some basic business principles and a mindset in order to be able to achieve this quicker and more abundantly. So let's see how it works. For simplicity, I'm only going to be talking about the left-hand side of the screen just to make it simple to understand as an introduction for you. So when you enter, you're going to enter with $100, and you're going to then be, once you've registered, very simple process, you're then going to send an email or WhatsApp or Telegram through to the legend and say, hi, my name is Tim. Petra, I'm new on your $100 board. I have $100 to gift you. I'm in South Africa. How would you like to receive it? And Petra, as the legend, will go, wow, how does it get even better than this? Tim, thank you very much. I'm also in South Africa. Here's my bank account or cryptocurrencies. And you just discuss it between yourselves. And so the funds get moved. Now, what needs to be happening is that all the other people, these other gifter positions, are also going to fill, all 8. Now, once all 8, that's the 4 on the left and the 4 on the right, once all 8 have been filled, the board is what we call cycles, or it splits. And you are then going to move to the following position, being the builder. What do you have? What do you do at the builder position? You introduce your two. Yes, you got to speak to people. Any structure, any business, any organization in the world requires people. Here's the power of what we've got. It's only needing to be two. Two and never anymore. So if you only ever speak to two people, your best friends, and you say, right guys, follow me in, and you do exactly what I've done. You don't talk to anybody about it ever again, unlike Petra and me, who speak to absolutely everybody we can find. You have done the minimum requirement, and the structure and simplicity works. So you're going to introduce your two. The other builder introduces their two, and so they do on the other side. When they're all eight fill, the board splits again, and it cycles. So what has in fact happened, the guide on this board has now moved to legend. So in fact, once the board splits, there's two new legends created. The first legend, the legend that's in the middle there, who's been gifted, I'll show you what happens to them now, because that's where it gets powerful. What happens next? You've learned some skills. You understand how the system works. So you're going to share what you've just done with the people that you've brought in and the other people on the board, because we work together as a community. Help them introduce theirs, so that then what happens? You have the opportunity of being a legend. That is why it's not a pyramid scheme. Everybody starts at the bottom. Then you go to the top, and I'm going to show you that you're going to go back to the bottom again to allow somebody else the chance to be a legend. What do you do as the legend? You then help and motivate your people, your guides, your builders on your team, and we all talk to each other on Telegram groups as you're receiving your $800 coming in from the gifters, coming directly to you in your pocket. Once that happens, the board splits again. You have $800. However, it's not all yours. What you're going to do is you're looking after a substantial amount of this. Why? Well, we want access to the other boards. And the following board is $400. Now, most people don't have $400 just hanging around their bank. But if you're gifted $400, that you keep aside because you're looking after it. And then you keep aside $100 to get on the perpetual board, which Petra spoke about. You want to get the perpetual income, ongoing, continuous income. And you're on the $400 board, you get to keep $300 in your pocket. That is not a bad return for $100 gifted to somebody once off and never again. The rest of the money that flows and the cash flow that comes and the gifts that move is all circulated through the structure of the gifting economy. And that's powerful. Recessions are caused in the world with the stop of flow of cash. We keep it flowing, which means that we are recession proof. Here's what's powerful on a perpetual board. You see, because you've already gifted $400 to get onto the following board, you don't do that again. So you go through the same cycle as you've just been through on the 100 board. You start at the bottom again as a gifter. You gift the legend $100. It's your perpetual board. You'll see it's a mix of people who are coming from perpetual and new people. You're going to help the new people in order to help it cycle. At the end of it, you're going to keep $700 because you're just putting aside $100 every single time you finish a perpetual board as a legend. You're only putting $100 aside to gift into the next one. And it goes on and on and on. What happens next? Well, now you've gifted $400 to the legend. You're going to come out with $3,200 because that is going to be 8 by 400. The cycle works exactly the same. As people come off the $100 boards, they enter as gifters on a 400. And once that gets filled and all 8 positions are filled, so you move to builder, to guide, to legend. Now, how long does that take? Well, the only way to speed this up and influence it is actually by working with people on the $100 boards. And as you're always going to be on $100 boards, that's what makes this powerful and continue to cycle. But just like the first board, the second one is you're going to keep some of that funds behind. You're going to hold on to it. You're looking after it. You're guarding it. $1,600, that's quite a substantial amount of money in anybody's world. $1,600 is going to be gifted on to the next board, legend. $400 you're going to keep aside to be on the perpetual $400 board. So at this point, you're now going to be on 3 boards, a perpetual 100, perpetual 400, and a new 1,600. And you get to keep $1,200. So would $1,200 make a difference in your life? Definitely pay my bills for fixing my van, I can promise you that much. What happens here? $1,600 entry, $12,800. Now these numbers start to get big. Now you've started to grow. Your mind is adapting to this. You're starting to understand how powerful it is to gift somebody from somewhere else in the world that you've likely never met before, and helping uplift their lives. Now, I do this very quickly as soon as possible, because when I'm a legend, I want the gifters to be doing exactly that. And we have a standard, we have a rule. 24 to 36 hours after you've joined a board, gift the legend. That's just the respectful thing to do, because that's what you would like gifters to do for you when you're there. This is a big sum. Now, you're gifted 12,800. But 5,000 of that, it's a substantial amount of money. It's about what, 75, 80,000 Rand in South Africa. You can buy a small second-hand car for that. You're going to give to somebody else. You're going to put 1,600 aside for the perpetual board, which means now you're going to be on 4 boards. And you're keeping $6,200. In any country around the world, that starts to make a difference. But here's where the numbers get really, really excited. 5,000 entry onto a board. 40,000 to exit once you move to the legend position. The structure and flow works exactly the same on all of them. You've completed this, but now this is the last board. So all that you're doing is looking after 5,000. I say all you're doing because that's a substantial amount. But if you've been gifted 40,000, wouldn't it be a pleasure to take 5,000 and pass it on to somebody else? That gives you $35,000 in your pocket. You're now on perpetually 4 boards on an ongoing basis. A $100 board is giving you 700 at the end. A 400, 2,800. A 1,600 board, $11,200. See, as you're coming off perpetual boards, you're already on the following board, so you're only gifting to get back onto a new perpetual board. Now, why would you stop when you're getting this type of ongoing income? $35,000, I have to say, I have to choke it there because that's a wonderful amount of money. Now, even if you only do this every 3, 6, 12 months, who knows? We're busy in a new program that's only been going for, well, 2.5 weeks. We're not there yet, but if it takes you only 3, 4, 5, 6 months, $35,000, that's more than most people earn in many, many years. And it goes on and on and on. So let's just do a very quick recap into these numbers before I hand you back over to Petra. You to participate generously, you help other people, you gift $100 once off ever, you bring in 2 like-minded people, welcome to bring in many more if you want, but that's just a minimum requirement. You get $42,700 at the end of the first cycle. That's after you've gifted on into your perpetual boards and also the following. And once you've done that, that's $49,700, which is actually understated. The number's bigger. But it's impossible to calculate based upon the speed of the perpetual boards giving you ongoing income, where it may be only every few weeks you're getting somebody messaging you, maybe then goes to a week, then it'll go to every few days, then it'll go daily that you're getting messages from people wanting to gift you. So for now, I'm going to hand you back to Petra, as she has got some very important information further to share.
Thank you, Tim. For anyone that is looking at that thinking, well, that sounds too good to be true, don't worry, we thought the same thing. I went back to my inviter and I was like, yeah, I don't know, hey, this definitely seems too good to be true. So I just invite you. I mean, we have been through this, although this platform is only 2.5 weeks new. Our precursor program, we've gone through these cycles. So we have been there before. So it's not too good to be true. We've been there, we are there. So really, really exciting. As Tim mentioned, some guidelines here. All we need is 2 people to join us. Again, welcome to invite many more. But all we need in order for you to be able to advance to the silver board or any of the perpetual boards is your $100 unconditional gift to the legend on the board, not the person that invited you, whoever the system or the algorithm tells you to gift, and your 2 people. Same for perpetual. Once you receive all your beautiful 8 gifts as legend, and you, as Tim mentioned, you're a custodian, you hold back, you keep some of that forward to gift onto your next boards, that goes again. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but pretty much $100 unconditional love gift and 2 people. which you do not need to ever take out of your pocket, and you don't need more. Okay, so what makes us unique? I'll go through this really quickly. So user-friendly. So you'll have your own unique personal profile in the back office, like I said, name, surname, email address, and cell phone number so that we can connect. No banking details, nothing like that. Fail-safe system. So it's this beautiful algorithm of ours that has been designed in a way that we can all move freely through the boards, that the energy of the boards keeps flowing. So you'll understand more of that once you join and get involved. Cross-pollination, which is really exciting. It activates in a global pool all these people you've seen from across the world. We start playing together in the perpetual boards, which is great. So the global community, which I've loved, gifting and receiving people in Russia, Namibia, etc. So you'll get to know others, not limited to 2, but you only need 2. There's also fast tracking, which also you don't need to know right now, but it's for anyone that wants to speed up or go faster. You know, we've got our 8-type personalities here. There's that option for you as well. And then the support bot. So currently it's humans. You're speaking to us, the most incredible group of volunteers I've ever come across. So we're the support bots, but soon there will be official support bots that you will be chatting to. So shout out to our support team. You girls, guys are amazing. So fast track, there is training on our website, on the YouTube channel, sorry, that you can have a look on. Also join the Telegram group, and this will make more sense. So all those other people that you want to speak to, that you want them to join you on this journey, that's where it helps you fast track through the boards if you have those gifts available already. Okay, so that will go through in the training. Really important. It's important to understand there are no guarantees. Why we say that? Think of anything in life. Regan always uses an example of joining a gym, high-tech gym, new techie stuff, green juice bar in the corner. You can pay all the money you want, buy all the new gym kit and the new gym shoes, but if you're not going to pitch up and do the minimum required, you're going to have no changes. So the success or failure of how you do and the experience that you have in Gift of Legacy is 100% on you. As your willingness to participate, and definitely please abide by the ethical principles of Gift of Legacy, which brings us also to that it is all of our individual responsibilities to ensure tax compliance within the laws of our countries. So please make sure that if you're unsure about that, just have a look at what the tax laws are. Remember, as another warning, or not a warning, another heads up, is that Gift of Legacy is decentralized. So there are no third-party affiliations, ownership, or partnership. So if anyone comes to you and says, give me your money and I'll manage this for you, please rather do your own, manage your own. It's more than doable. So but if you do choose to be part of some kind of package, the risk is completely on you. So please just understand that. This is peer-to-peer. No funds are held by the platform or transferred through a platform. It's directly to your whatever choice of account between you and the gifter. Alrighty, so that's pretty much overall. But again, there's been a lot of information. So please, can we ask you to hop in again tomorrow night, watch the recording, listen to the other presenters as well. I think it's Felissa maybe and Chrissy tomorrow, I'm not too sure. But also they share it so beautifully. So maybe something they say resonates with you in a different way. But thank you for joining us. Honor the person that invited you by asking them questions. They trusted you to invite you, so give them or show them that respect back. Zoom links, there you go. Every Monday to Friday here at 8 p.m. South African time, GMT +2. There's Afrikaans Zooms as well, Tuesdays and Thursdays, all using the same link. Except for German, Spanish. So if you are interested, you can find out more information on our Telegram groups. So thank you so much.
Wonderful to share the screen with you again, Petra. Brilliant stuff. We try to keep it to 30 minutes, but there's just so many interesting things to share. And we really want to give people the right information so that you can say yes or no, but with knowledge. I think that's a critical part to this. Very much so. So we're now, excuse me, there's one thing that I did omit to say, and that suddenly occurred to me, which I think is very important, Petra, would be that this is dollar-based. Dollar being the main, seen as the main currency around the world still. So when you are sending gifts internationally, you always want to make sure that the person you're gifting actually receives the full 100 or 400 or 16, whichever it is. So make sure that you are compliant with your exchange rate in your country. So right now, I think $100 is 1,530 odd rand, but you'd always make sure that it does vary based upon the dollar exchange rate. I did forget to mention that. So amazing. What I'd like to do is say, we are going to say wonderful. Thank you very much. For those who are here for the first time, you're welcome to jump off. But in fact, perhaps Petra, anybody can actually listen, because what I want to share now, or what we're going to share is I'm going to change my screen because Gift of Legacy and the leaders introduced a new Telegram channel today. And what we're going to do is, this is a Telegram channel of testimonials. So one of the key things that you want to be able to do when you're speaking to people about it is share real stories, not what's found on Google, because Google is really the toilet bowl of the universe. Anybody can post anything on there. Have a listen to people who are actually doing something about this and what their stories are. Get to really feel who they are. And you can get a lot of that even over Zoom and not the real people. So I'm just going to share, and we're going to play, I don't know, we'll just play one for now and then make sure that, Petra, perhaps if you've got that Telegram channel link, I'm just trying to find, there we go. You can post it onto the chat box. Have you got it there?
Perfect, I do.
Wonderful stuff. So there's really, this is just my Telegram thing, there's really, look, there's a couple of Telegram channels. This one is a critical one because you can really get some true stories. You can uplift yourself. You can really. So I'm going to share this one over here. There's quite a few people. You can welcome to go on and read them. There's more and more testimonies coming on. I've just listened to Cindy there. Wow, what a powerful story there is. But I'm just going to play one, give you an example of one chap in South African who's not actually here. Have a listen to his story quickly.
I've been a member of Gift of Legacy now for about 5 months. The Petra program was launched 2 weeks ago, 16 days now, and I'm currently perpetual again for the second time round on my $100 board. I've managed to get the legend again, and I'm also the next legend on my $400 board, which should be tonight or maybe tomorrow, and I shall be receiving my 8 gifts, and then moving on to my $1,600 board. I just want to say thank you to the presenters that hold the Zoom meetings every single night. They don't get paid a salary for it, and it's from the goodness of their hearts, and it's just amazing, giving you all the information that we need. And the development team that put countless hours in getting this program up and running is absolutely awesome. And I just want to say thank you. I'm loving it so far, and it's brilliant that I get to share it with my family and friends. And I know it's going to change a lot of people's lives. But thank you.
How is that?
Sure. That's beautiful. That's Adrian. I don't know how much of his story we can share, so I won't. But yeah, huge. What he's doing gives me goosebumps, what he's doing with his life. So really beautiful that this can support him in doing that. Tim, I can't share on the chat because I closed the chat and I gave over hosting to you, but I did WhatsApp it to you. So you've got WhatsApp.
Okay, apologies. Let me quickly, I do have it somewhere, but if you sent it to me, let me quickly put that in so everybody can just grab a copy of it and join the group. It is on the WhatsApp groups as well. Let me just stop sharing here so that we've got it.
While Tim's doing that, just thank you again. If you have any questions, I'm sure you'll have many. If you don't have questions, that would be a little bit strange, or else you just really, really trust the person that invited you. But just so you know, if you do have questions, it's totally fine. We all did. We'd rather that you understand and, join us if you decide to join us from a place of understanding and knowing and comfort. And we'd love for you to, of course, to join us.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Wonderful
We
stuff.
appreciate you. I'm looking at all these faces that I know. There's all the smiles.
There we go. They're there. And for those who've typed in some messages in the chat box, fortunately, we're not in a position to be able to sit and answer all of them. Go back to the person that invited you, get the answers. There is also, you can get hold of, you can ask the questions when you go to the website, giftoflegacyglobal.com, and you can actually put in a question there as well. There's always somebody to answer you. We're building up a FAQs, frequently asked questions too. And we've got multiple channels. Get connected and enjoy the journey. Petra, what a privilege and pleasure as always. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll be seeing you all again very soon.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Everyone, we love you. I can see that Deb's wanting to say something there in the corner. So many people. We're trying to not open it up to everyone, just because we want to honor everyone that's here. But if you want to just pop it on the groups if you have any questions, then
okay, I'm being told that I sent that's a YouTube link, so give me a second. Let's find it quickly.
Oh goodness. Hold on. Why is it not copying on my side? Guys, I need a millennial in my life to help me do all of this stuff.
Here we go. Got it. I've got it.
Someone send a millennial.
It's
teenager. Someone send a 12-year-old.
Can we send one over? Can we send over the chat quickly? Here we go. Sorry, everybody. We're coming again.
Sorry, my bad.
Give you all. Oops, it's going straight. There we go. Gone. Right, there we go. HTTP. That's the one. Thank you, Adele. She sent it to me as well privately. So let's just. I'll say goodnight again once more. Give people a chance to just take a copy of that. Click on it, and it'll take you straight to Telegram, and really learn about Telegram. It's far more powerful than WhatsApp. Again, we bid you all good night.
We love you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Adore you. Have a blessed and abundant evening or day whenever you're watching this.
And to our Rebecca, is he signing there as well? Wonderful, as always, to have you with us. And we can't but not recognize you. So fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. We adore you. We love you. I don't know if you want to unmute everyone there. Tim, everything's like the ball's in your court for everything now, because I can't.
Well, don't do that, because I no, that doesn't help. Okay, I can't. I don't know how to do it. Wave, everybody. Cheerio. Good night.
Everyone wave, send hearts. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Abundance across the ocean to all of you. Thank you so much. I can see you all giggling at us at our expense for not being techies, but we love you anyway.